All right, so I'm at 3406 LeBron and just doing a quick video of the outside. Now, the outside actually looks a lot better in person than it does on the listing. The neighborhood is very cute. It looks like all of the homes on the street take care of themselves. It looks like this is the ugly duckling that could probably just use a little bit of landscaping and it'd be perfect on the outside. This is the neighbor's house. Also not bad. Clean yard. They probably could use some paint on their shutters, but it's a really nice street, nice neighborhood. I think this will be a win in terms of maintaining property values. This is just the outside perspective. So, as I mentioned before, the listing looks like somebody may have been evicted because there's a lot of personal items in here. It looks like maybe it was a long time coming. So it definitely needs a deep cleaning and probably a good dumpster to get all these personal things out of the house. So keep that in mind before I go in the house. Couple things. The roof looks great. So, that's one thing, one expensive fix that this house probably does not need. That roof is an architectural shingle. It looks like it was recently put on, probably within the last 5 years. That roof probably maybe 1 to 2 years. This is the front entrance of the home. There's also a door on the side of the home here. The driveway goes back to this point. The fence looks like it was just a wooden fence, kind of pulled back. So if you want it fully fenced, you just pull that part up. And then there's another door behind the house to get to the backyard. So I tried to open this door actually, and it wouldn't open. So obviously that would need to be fixed. Very long driveway, plenty of parking. So let's go in the house. So front entryway is tile, and you have a coat closet here right off the front door. So coat closet right off the front door, tile takes you into kind of a secondary living room, which could potentially be your dining space based on your dining room table. Again, look at the personal items. They just need to be put in a dumpster, start over, get it nice and clean. These are the original hardwood floors. As you know, you can stain and refinish hardwood floors over and over and over again. So if you see some discoloration on the floor, again, that can be resolved. All you gotta do is sand it, stain it, look brand new. It could also use some paint touch-ups in here. There's a lot of nails in the wall. So, once you pull those nails out, definitely a good coat of paint. Stuff like this, hopefully you can see it because the utilities are not on in here right now. So, hopefully you can see, like I said, like this with the paint. It definitely needs to be painted. So, there's a space here, which would be a normal dining room area, but based on how you describe your dining room table, it probably won't fit in this area. You probably want to wall this off and this be your pantry like you mentioned you want it. Put a door here, wall this off. This be your pantry because it leads right into the kitchen. And then this be your formal dining area, this entire area. So I'm going to go over here in this dining space and just pan this so you can see the whole space. Because it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Some people would probably use this as a living room, but you kind of have a huge living room in here already. So just like the other house we saw in Queensbury, you could use this as a dining space, a formal dining space, and it will fully fit your entire table, decorations, everything. Again, this space right here, this is right next to the kitchen. So it'd be a lot cheaper to put a wall right here with a door. So that way you can just walk straight through and go to the kitchen, which is right there. So this could be a formal pantry, and then that way you can access what would be a formal dining room from your pantry. Or second option would be to just wall it off so that it's closed off completely. It's complete pantry, no entry. And then people have to go this way to access the kitchen. So this is the hallway that goes to all your bedrooms and your living room and your extra bathroom. But just a thought. So I'm gonna pan this space one more time. Again, personal items. Looks like they either had an eviction or a squatter, either one. It needs to be cleaned real bad. So flooring here. So this is the door that I showed on the video. It looks like it had been kicked in, which again, this is what makes me think that it was an eviction, because this looks like this was kicked in. So the flooring here definitely needs to be replaced. It's peeling up. It looks like it was probably some cheap planks put in here. All this just needs to be ripped up and redone. The countertops look like stone countertops. The cabinets actually look like they're in really good shape. This one needs to be reattached. It does have a dishwasher already installed. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Stove, not sure if it works or not. Home inspection will verify that. And then you have a refrigerator in here. But again, like I said, there's no utilities on right now, so it's no way to check that. Coming through the kitchen is your huge living room. So again, it's very kind of dark in here because there's no utilities on, but it is a decent amount of natural light coming in. So this entire area is your living room. It has these built-ins already with shelves and everything else. It looks like they've been painted or stained. And then this closet in the living room is where the washer and dryer would go. Kind of a weird location for a washer and dryer, but it's central to the home, and that's where it is. So this door is another door that goes outside, and it would not open. So I don't know if it's been fused shut or what for safety purposes, but that's another door to the exterior. So these are the doors that actually go to the backyard. We'll go out there in a second. And I'm just gonna pan this space. I'm gonna go over here to this door, to this walkway here, and just pan it one more time. This is a huge open space. So you would not need to put your dining room table in here. Plenty of space. The beams on the ceiling are very nice. But looks decent moving forward. So you got a little linen closet here in the hallway. And then you got another closet here in the hallway. So plenty of storage in the hallway. First, over to the left is the bathroom. So it's a full bathroom. Big sink. Mirror looks like it's in good shape. And toilet tub obviously needs a deep cleaning. So lots of cleaning needed. Across from that is the first bedroom. So just stand here in the door and pan the bedroom. It's small. You'll probably fit an office in here, but it's small. Closets kind of small. I think this is the smaller of the 3 bedrooms. And this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, a little over 1,800 square feet. So this is that. And then again, this house needs a lot of paint. So you can see that on the walls, on the doors. You need paint. So this is the second bedroom. This room is a decent size. You could definitely fit queen or king size bed in here. Plenty of space. Okay size closet. The carpet actually looks like it's in good shape. So I don't know if they had recently replaced the carpet, but it just needs to be shampooed. So like it's not no heavy like staining anywhere that I see that wouldn't come up with shampooing. But this is the third bedroom. It's about the same size as the room we just walked out of. So it'll probably fit a queen or a king. And then it has a much bigger closet. So it has this side, it has this built-in thing. It has hanging on that side. So it's like 2 sets of closet doors, and then you see kind of the extra closet on that side, extra closet on this side, and then this middle storage thing right there. So this is the master bedroom, and it does have a bathroom inside the bedroom. So, and you probably see all these dead bugs. It looks like they did a fogger. So this is the master bedroom. It has stone countertops, but the sink there's a visible gap in the sink right there. So that would need to be fixed. Otherwise, you're going to have water leaking behind your sink. But tub, plenty of cockroaches. This tub doesn't look like it's in that bad of shape compared to the other tub. But both the master bath and the other bath have a tub. So pretty big bathrooms in here considering. All right, so this is the 3rd bedroom. Again, I'm just pan this from the hallway. Got my flashlight on, so try to get as much light in here as possible. So that's the 3rd bedroom. All right, so we saw the bedrooms, we saw the 1st bathroom, we saw the 2nd bathroom and the master. This is still coming up the hallway back to the front door. So again, that's that front open living space where this could be like your formal dining room, and then you can shut that room off to be a pantry and extra storage. So here we're back in the main living space, and we're gonna go outside and see this huge flat backyard. And to give some perspective on the levelness of the house, it's very level. It doesn't feel like there's any foundation issues or anything. But look at this backyard. Huge, open, flat backyard with no trees that look like they're threatening anything. Definitely a good backyard. And I don't know if the fencing goes across that back part back there. Be good to keep an eye on any small pets, but it is closed off on this side. Closed off on this side. And I don't know if this was like a concrete pad. I'm not really sure what this is here. Not sure what that is. But again, the roof looks really good. Fascia doesn't look like it has too many bad spots on this side of the house. Area of concern would be the air conditioner. So I need to know if the seller is going to replace this air conditioner. It looks like it was burglarized because it's completely torn apart. So it looks like maybe they tried to protect it by getting this little fence thing, and maybe they didn't lock it or they didn't do a good enough lock, but the AC was burglarized. And then that vent there, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but that would need to be fixed too. But again, the fascia looks good. I don't see any rotten wood. It looks like somebody did some work on this house before, and then maybe the last tenants or whoever was living in here prior to now just didn't take care of it. So, or they got evicted, or they were squatters. So this is the yard, and this is the view of the house. Do the view of the house from the yard. So this is the view of the house from the backyard. Very pretty. You got triple doors leading to the outside, and then you got this concrete pad here that obviously could be extended if you wanted it to be, so you can have more entertainment space. Now this I did have concerns about. This is the trim on the door. It's obviously rotten. It needs to be replaced. So they would need to fix that. But it's just a piece of wood. They'd be able to do that. So this is the property. I think it'd be worth taking a look at, especially with the neighborhood that it's in. Decent neighborhood. Definitely needs just a big dumpster outside to throw all this away, get a good cleaning, and it probably look 10 times better just from that. So something to consider, but I will, and as much, leave some room in the budget as well, because it's only listed at like $99,000. So I'm gonna leave the video here, and let me know if you have any questions.